Good day everyone, it is Caitlin and today we are debuting the 1830s hand-dyed linen dress. And here it is. So all completed. It's not done up in the back because I have no one here to do such a thing. So it is quite loose, but I have worn it. I got to do a little short film in it. So it was really fun. So that was awesome. But I got to wear this dress. And so it, I'll put up pictures so you can actually kind of see what it looks like when it's actually done up. But yeah, it's a little splotchy right now. But yeah, it needs to be ironed really well because I got into the rain with it. But I did learn, the dye holds pretty well even though it gets rained on. It's maybe slightly splotchier than it was, but not bad. And I also learned that the dye doesn't crock off onto underpinnings, which is a really good thing. I really thought it would crock off. But it's color fast, which is super helpful. But that is the blue dress. I absolutely love this shade of blue. I'm so thrilled with how it turned out. It could not have turned out better. It could not. I mean, this is the exact shade of blue that I wanted. And I have no idea how I managed to do that, but it happened. So I am thrilled beyond belief. I mean, this is my favorite style bodice with the gathers, and then the waistband, and the low neckline. And of course, our poofy little 30 sleeves, which don't have sleeve supports in them. I took them out when I was filming because I had to do a costume change. I only brought one pair of sleeve supports, so the ones that were in here got put into the other dress, and I haven't taken them back out and put them into this dress. But this is probably going to be my favorite new summer 30s dress because it's a pretty color. It looks really good on me, and I did the dyeing myself, so that's like a little extra accomplishment there, which is fun. I think the only thing I would possibly change is maybe putting one hook and eye here to kind of hold this up because it's not really a bad thing, but they do kind of irritate me when they're kind of flop open like that. But I have a hard time keeping my sleeves up anyway. I need to kind of put some ties in there to actually keep them up. I just haven't done that yet. But I mean, it worked really well for the one time I wore it. I wore it for about, I think filming was 5 hours-ish. And then I got home, got out of it, and that's really all I've done with it. So I think that was that last weekend? Weekend before last. It was 2 weekends ago. For me, anyway. But, I mean, it worked out so well. And I'm really excited for the film to come out. It was shot and produced by a friend of mine, Wade Dillon, who is now the museum manager down in the Freeport area. And they were having an exhibit, and they wanted to do a little short film, and decided it was going to be set in the 30s, which made sense because I think the story really actually did take place in the 30s. And so a bunch of us came out, and we all filmed, and it was a lot of fun, and had a great weekend with friends, and I got to wear the dress, which was awesome. Rained almost the entirety of the time, which was great because it really worked well with the mood of the film. So the film itself is a local ghost story called The Lady in the Gray Taffeta Dress, and it should be, actually it should be out now because y'all are seeing this in the future. If Wade has put it on YouTube, I will link it down below for you so you can go see it, and you can see the dress in action as well. With all my friends, Lindsay and Susan and Andrew and his kids, and of course Wade. So it was a lot of fun. Really glad that I got to debut the dress here. I actually got to play 2 characters. I got to play townsperson number 2, and I also got to play the aunt of the 2 kids. And you only see me from the back for that one. But this is my townsperson's dress. So it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. I think I'm trying to really hound them to all. We need to start a historic film society. And we just go around in our costumes and we film like historic moments in Texas and ghost stories and legends and do it all in our historic clothing. So I want that to take off. It was just so much fun, and I really enjoy hanging out with those people. I really enjoyed hanging out with those folks, and it was a great weekend. And of course, one of the highlights was, of course, wearing the brand new dress and making sure it fit, which it did. It was awesome. My boyfriend is wonderful, and he's a great fitter, as we've learned. So he fit the bodice on me because it's back clothing bodice. I can't do it by myself. And so he did it, and it fit, and so he did an excellent job. Um, so he might be employed in the future to fit some bodices for me, and possibly drape some patterns on me as well, because he's very good at it. But all in all, I am, again, very thrilled with how it turned out. I mean, it was a process. Like, getting the vat together was a process. That vat. And eventually, and yes, it turned out very splotchy at first, and it wasn't dark enough at first. But once I got the hang of it, and I realized, okay, I can do this in sections, and we're going to leave it in for this long. And once we got that together, it worked. And of course, after that, it's just the same as making a normal dress. You just cut it out, and you sew it, and it's normal. So this was my next step. So I had been hand sewing all my dresses. The next step was dyeing them. The next step is going to be weaving the fabric to make a homespun dress, because that sounds like fun to me. Actually, we might just be weaving first and with store-bought yarn, and then we'll try spinning. I don't know if we're going to do the spinning and the weaving on the same dress, or if we're going to start with the weaving and then dyeing, or we're going to start with the weaving and then move on to another project where we do the hand spun yarn. I'll probably end up making like a little length of homespun fabric first, probably for like a shirt or something that's small, maybe a vest even. That even sounds better. That's even less fabric, less work, and to kind of get a feel for it before I actually start working. So I do kind of need a new loom before I do that. I need a nicer loom that's going to allow me to get a very nice, fine cloth, because I still have not figured out that whole double weaving thing that we tried with the quarter petticoat. That's still not been figured out. So either get that figured out or get a new loom. Probably going to be easier to get a new loom. It would be faster to get one foot pedal, because I just go back and forth, because that's what I used to do on my old loom. And so it was just really fast to actually weave that way. And it's not super long to weave with the one I have, but it'd still be faster to do it with a better loom. So that's down the road eventually, would be nice. So dyeing my own fabric was the first step in doing that. And we do know in Texas there were linen dresses advertised, so linen dress links. So linen is appropriate fabric, and if you have an older dress that kind of needs refreshing, the color's kind of died out, or you have a white dress you don't want white, dye the fabric, and you have yourself basically a brand new dress. So Indigo is available here in Texas. I didn't use straight Indigo. I used the powdered kind. Next time we're going to go a little bit deeper into that. I needed to figure out the whole vat system first before I did it with the leaves. So that's going to be the next step as far as Indigo dyeing. And then we'll work on the weaving and the spinning and getting myself a couple homespun dresses, because I think that'd be really cool. A couple linsey woolsey dresses, and just plain homespun. So I'm really excited about that. We'll do that probably more for the 20s, and maybe some later Civil War stuff, because there's some evidence for that, especially in the Deep South. So that'll be fun. Projects to look forward to as we go down the road. But if you enjoyed the whole dyeing a dress and sewing it, and you'd like to see more of that, please subscribe to the channel. We will be doing some more fiber arts down the road. Of course, there's always sewing videos coming around, and always lots of new dresses. If you haven't already, please like the video so I know that you enjoyed it, and so that the YouTube algorithm knows that you enjoyed it. And leave a comment to say maybe what color you would dye your fabric if you were making a dress and dyeing it. What color would you choose? As always, have a fantastic week, and I will see you back here on Monday.